It's good. First and foremost, I want to go ahead, King.
No, you got to get it.
First and foremost, I want to say, call Halayim Yahal Bashem Yahweh Shah. That's all praises to the Most High and the Son who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ, right? I'm your officer Sayyad, and I'm here with
Dog Ratazat.
Yeah, you can lead it.
All praise to the Most High. So we're doing a quick little lesson about polygyny. Quick rebuttal first. We scrolling through Facebook, seeing a bunch of sisters talking, bashing brothers about polygyny, and they saying that it's a sin and the Most High never ordained it. And then they're pulling up New Testament scriptures and they're twisting the scripture, like Yahweh Shah said, you do err not knowing the scriptures. Because if you would have understood what the law said, you would have understood what Paul was saying. Because whenever Paul wrote, he wrote to those who knew the law. That's first and foremost, right? And another thing is, through thy precepts we gain understanding, right? So we have to understand the precepts to understand what the Most High is actually trying to reveal to us, what He's trying to tell us, right? So we're gonna start off with 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 2, and the brother's gonna read it. I'm gonna break it down, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Carl, this is the book of 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife.
Right. So people would verse and they would say, see, it says his own wife, right? His own wife, and it says fornication. A lot of people like to say that having polygyny is a form of fornication. But if that was the case, then that means Jacob sinned, Abraham sinned, David sinned, many other brothers who have had taken off polygyny. That means they have sinned. But last time I checked, the Most High does not ordain sin. So let's keep reading.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Right. So to avoid fornication, right? Let every man have his own wife. Now, what if the man got two wives? Still, it's my wife. She's my wife. She's my wife. Still my wife. They're my own. They are my wives, but it's still like, you know what I'm saying? The context of this is not even talking about so like the context of this is actually in chapter 5, because this is just, remember, Paul's writing a letter. This is what Paul is doing. Paul is writing letters to the Corinthians, and a lot of Corinthians during this time they was doing a lot of fornication, right? And so like and you can find this even in the law, and we're gonna break this down, right? So go to chapter 5, and we're gonna show you that Salaki, what happened?
Now I'm gonna point out right here in the NLT, it tells you that it's much sexual immorality, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. The NLT, right? Yeah. So we're not only we actually, like a lot of people, they have a problem with the KJV. That's fine. We read every translation. It don't matter. We do comparative text. So the brother's gonna read the NLT. Go ahead, brother.
Right. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 1 in the NLT. Now regarding the questions you asked in your letter. So they were writing letters to Paul, having a bunch of questions, right? Yes, it is good to abstain from sexual relations, but because there is so much sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife, and each woman should have her own husband.
Constant sexual immorality. No, read that last part again, Salakia. Read that last part again.
Because there's so much sexual immorality, each man should have his own wife,
right?
And each woman should have her own husband.
Exactly. Sexual immorality, polygyny is not sexual immorality. It's not a form of sexual immorality. Matter of fact, share your screen, Baba Kusha, so people could see that you know what I'm saying, that we're not making this thing up. This is literally what the scriptures is actually saying.
My screen not shared.
It's not shared. Polygyny is not a form of sexual immorality, because if it was, the Most High would have said so in the law. But the laws of God do not say that. The Most High said that. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to that part. I don't even want to spoil it. Yeah. Now the screen is shared. Khan.
Oh, I thought I was sharing it the whole time.
All
right. So you want to hop to verse 5 and get the context of?
Yep. Zoom in a little more. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. All praises. So 1 Corinthians 5:1, right, in the NLT. Go ahead.
I can hardly believe the report about the sexual immorality going on among you.
Right. So this is talking about the Corinthians, right? Talking about sexual immorality amongst the Corinthians, right? Go ahead.
Something that even the pagans don't do.
Right, because it's a universal law. A universal law to not do fornication, adultery. Like if even I'm gonna use this as a perfect example. David, King David, he committed adultery, a fornication, right, with a heathen's wife, and he still got punished for it because that's a universal thing. You know what I mean? You can't just because they're not an Israelite, you can't just take his wife. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just because they're not your people. Hey, the Most High put them together. You can't go and take them and it's mine now. Like you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's off. According to the scriptures, that's off, man. Right?
Right.
Go
So
ahead.
because that man
Yeah.
already humbled her, you know what I'm saying? So, that's off limits for you, you know? So it
Right.
says I can hardly, my fault.
Salaki. The scriptures say, "He that findeth the wife getteth a good possession."
Con.
So the woman belong to you, right? You can't have someone just come and steal your wife. That's your possession. Con?
Con.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can hardly believe the report about sexual immorality going on among you.
Mm-hmm.
Something that even the pagans don't do.
Con.
I am told that a man in your church is living in sin with his stepmother.
With his stepmother. He's sleeping around with his stepmother. So when you go to chapter 7, he's basically saying Paul's telling you about the same thing that was written in chapter 5. He's saying the same thing. Did you hit that already? Oh no, yeah. We already hit that. Now we're gonna show
Yeah.
you in the law. We're gonna show you in the law because remember Paul spoke to those who knew the law. So let's see what the law says about sleeping with your stepmama. Go ahead.
Leviticus 18 and verse 8. Do not have sexual relations with any of your father's wives.
Wives, plural. That means that means you can have multiple wives. And if it's not your mother, and it first and foremost your biological mother, that's your mom. That's not your stepmama. So that means that guess what? These other women that your daddy got, those are your stepmothers. That's your stepmothers right there. So the Bible is telling you don't have sexual relationship with your stepmother, but we clearly see right here in the NLT, it says wives. So why is it that when people say you can't have polygyny, the Most High is allowing polygyny? Go ahead.
It says, do not have sexual relations with any of your father's wives, for
Fine.
this would violate your father. And
Exactly.
that's what in Corinth in First Corinthians chapter 5, they were dealing with their stepmothers, right? Somebody in there was in sin, he was in fornication, right? Yeah.
See, that's the form of fornication, man. So we're not allowed to be doing it. That's the universal law. We shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, just because you see a nice woman, you shouldn't just pop her. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who that woman belongs to. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got a precept?
Yeah, now we're gonna just hit it again, right? So
Go
when you go
ahead.
back to Corinthians 5, it says, I can hardly believe the report about sexual immorality going on among you, something that even the pagans don't do. I am told that a man is in your church, is living in sin with his stepmother.
Right, it's a
Right?
sin to do adultery. Adultery is a sin. Fornication, that you know what I'm saying? Fornication is a sin, but it never said polygyny is a sin.
Right.
That's not what it's talking about. Now we're gonna go to
1 Timothy 3.
let's go to 1 Timothy because a lot of people like to use this also too, and say you know, it's talking about one wife. You know, you can only have one woman. You know, the New Testament changed all laws in the Old Testament, which that's complete horseradish, man. That's just straight manure. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it clean. All right. Hit that.
1 Timothy 3 and verse 12. Let the deacons be a husband of one wife.
What says deacon? Nah, Sayada, you a deacon?
I'm not a deacon.
I'm not a deacon. So what does this have to do with anybody else? That's not a deacon.
The
Go ahead.
husband of one wife, ruling their children and their own house as well.
So, is this even talking about an actual woman?
La. It's talking about the church.
You got the precept on that?
Yeah, Ephesians.
To show you that when you look at the word wife, it's not always talking about an actual woman. It's not always talking about that. Like even the Most High compares Israel to a comely and delicate woman. Is Israel a nation? Isn't Israel a nation? And he's also a man. So how is he a delicate woman? You see how it doesn't make any sense when you put that logic together. People are gonna be like, oh well, it's metaphorical. So why can't this be metaphorical? Right. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 6 and verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
There you go. A wife. That's the Most High. The Most High has two wives, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. So the Most High is all for that.
Right.
The God of Israel is he's not now. God is in sin. Now God's a sinner because he married two. He got two wives now.
Right.
Make no sense, man. You got something else?
Yep. 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 2.
Come on.
It says, I am jealous over you with a godly jealousy, for I have espoused you unto one husband.
That's right.
That I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. Right? And we just found out that the woman is dealing with Israel, right? To present us as a chaste virgin to Christ. A virgin means us being blameless and not defiled with other doctrines, right? Other way of lives, right? So that's Revelation 14 and verse 4.
That's right.
These are they which are not defiled with woman, for these are virgins. So this is not talking about a literal woman, you not being defiled with a woman. It's talking about with other doctrines, right? Because it says, for they are virgins. So you're trying to tell me that if only virgins can get into the kingdom, right? So Noah and Moses not going to get into the kingdom because they had wives, they had women and children, right? Peter, he had a wife, right? And David and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Abraham and most of our forefathers, man, that were righteous and blameless, right? So it's not talking about literal virgins as far as sex goes. It's talking about not dealing with these other doctrines.
Right. The Christian church, sex is a sin, and that's ridiculous. That's stupid. Sex is sin. How the hell were you made then?
Right.
What are you, an S2 baby?
Proverbs 7 and verse 4.
Bring it up.
Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister. And call understanding thy kinswoman. So wisdom, and it could be your sister and your kinswoman.
Right.
So if you a different type of wisdom, you dealing with another sister or another, you know what I'm saying, some other woman. It says that they may keep thee from a strange woman.
Right.
From the stranger which flattereth her with her words. Hearing these other doctrines. Oh, the Quran, Allah, right? Christianity, all these other different religions and different doctrines, right? And Colossians 2 says not to be defiled with our philosophy and vain deceit, right? So the woman that they're talking about is talking about other doctrines in Revelation 14 and verse 4. Right?
I got a two. This is Sirach 6 and verse 22. Say what?
Sirach what?
Sirach 6 and verse 22. Oh, you gonna pull it up?
Yeah, for the viewers.
Oh yeah, come. Yeah. Pull it up. Yeah, see that? It says, for wisdom is according to her name. So now wisdom, I guess, is a woman now, right? It's most of us comparing wisdom to a woman, like the brother brought out, right? Wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many, right? Because when you marry something that belongs to you, so the Most High is telling us, you better marry this wisdom, right? Get this understanding because this belongs to you. You possess this. This is yours to have, to keep forever. This is yours, right? And we and also likewise, we're married to the Most High, right? Because the Most High said He's married to us, so vice versa, we're married to Him.
Yep.
You got something else?
Yep. This is 2 Ezra 7 and verse 55. And that the faces of them which have used abstinence, right? Which have refrained from fornication, right? Not dealing with, not being a whore and dealing with these other nations. Because when the Most High called us a whore, we were dealing with other nations, right? We were wanting to be like the Hittites, we were dealing with the Canaanites, right? We were dealing with all kind of other abominations. So he called us a whore. So he said, and the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars. Right? Not talking about literal physical sex. It's talking about refraining from other doctrine, because we are like a community woman. You can't go out there and be a whore. You can't go out there and be dealing with all these other nations. Right?
Right.
And it says, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. Just to finish that up.
Yeah, just to finish. Yeah, Con. See that? So you got more?
Nah, that's it.
Go back to Timothy. Let's hit that Timothy again, and let's start at go back to verse 12, and then we're gonna go to verse I think it's verse 2. I might be wrong. Talk about
first
First Timothy 3
verse right here. It says 1 Timothy 3 and verse 12. Let the deacons be the husbands of one wife, because the deacon's major goal, major role is to take care of the church, which is which is us, right? That's his first job. Not talking about an actual woman, right? It's dealing with his major goal is a church. That the deacon be the husband of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses as well. For they that have used the office of a deacon well purchased to themselves a good degree and a great boldness in the faith of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
See that? So this is not even talking about an actual wife. It's talking about a church. That's what they do. They govern in a church. Now hit verse 2. Hit verse 2.
Verse 2. A bishop then must be blameless, a husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
So it's saying the same thing, man. It's not. There's nothing different that's saying that's here. It's saying the same exact thing.
Right.
Right. So is it wrong to have more than one wife? No. Now here's another one, right? Because this is basically just saying that they must be blameless, which we already broke this down. We're just hitting these again. It's saying this because a lot of Christians that like to say this. Oh, Paul changed the law. No, Paul ain't changed no law.
Right.
Paul, you telling me Paul has authority over Yahweh Shai now? That Paul, the book. This is why I say Christianity. They should just throw the Bible out and just take. They should just have the book of Paul featuring Yahweh Shai. Because that's their God. They run the Paul for every little thing. Oh, but Paul said this, Paul said that. What did Yahweh say? Did Yahweh Shai say that? Right? Why are you going to Paul? And even matter of fact, hit this one. Hit this. What's that verse?
First call 16. Nah, right?
No. So like what?
First call 115. Is Christ divided?
Zoom in on that.
You?
Oh yeah. Hit that. Yeah, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 1 and 13. Is Christ divided? Was Paul crucified for you, or were ye baptized in the name of Paul?
Right.
So it's saying that
nobody was baptized in the name of Paul. Paul. Crazy. Right. Get second Peter 3 and verse 16.
You see it?
No, start at verse 15. Boom, to get context, right? So let's get the context of it.
2 Peter 3 and verse 15. And account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation. Even as our beloved brother Paul, also according to the wisdom given unto him, have written unto you. Verse 16.
This is Peter talking about what Paul Paul's wisdom that he gave unto us. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 16, as also in all his epistles, speaking in them of the things in which ye are some things hard to be understood.
You see that? It's hard. Christians that love to run to this, they love to run the Paul's letters. Peter just said that the things that he wrote are hard to be understood. So you're talking about a simple person, you think you're going to understand what Paul's even saying? You don't know what Paul's talking about because you don't know the law.
Exactly.
You simply don't know what he's talking about because Paul said, I speak to them that know the law. That's why it's hard to understand, right? Read on.
It says, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest.
Ooh, and hold up. The word, it says unstable and rest. Let's look up the word rest.
Right
there, it should be the
etymology. Oh, you want to get it?
Yeah, in the B.O.B.
Okay.
B.O.B. Right?
Yeah.
Let's look for rest. Get the word rest. This is what even you guys are wrestling with scriptures, man. Right? They're over here doing suplexes and damn and 3Ds to the damn to the Bible, man. You know what I mean? Now look at this. It says to twist, to turn away, to torture, put to the rack. It says to pervert of one who rests or tortures language in a false sense. That's what you people do to the Bible. Y'all twist and turn the scriptures because y'all wanted to make it fit your agenda, not what God said. I want to make it where, I feel. I mean, listen, Sayad and I know this all the time. We hear this every time we hit the streets. Somebody want to come with their feelings. Oh, well, I feel. Oh, well, I believe. Right?
Hello, good afternoon. Can I have a cab at 241 East 23rd?
Con. They wanted to fit their narrative. You know what I mean? So it says, in which some things are to be hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also the scriptures, unto their own destruction.
Ooh, unto their own destruction. Right? Because when you go to let's go to the law. Let's go to the law. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4 and 2. Let's go to the law. Deuteronomy 4 verse 2. And we're gonna stick in the book of Deuteronomy because this is what this is the laws of Yahweh. Right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
But was Paul's adding to the word of God now? Is Paul divided? Absolutely not. And Paul damn sure Paul ain't adding no words into the Most High's laws. Go ahead.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
Right, and that's what a lot of people do. They like to they add, and if it don't fit, they're gonna diminish. I mean, they're gonna take away.
Yeah,
they're gonna take away what's in the book. And if you go to Revelation, the last chapter, in the 18th verse, I think it's the 18th or 19th verse. If you add or take away, you won't get the plagues that's written in this book. And you don't want to get plagued by the Heavenly Father.
Yeah. Their famous words is, oh, that's your perspective, that's your understanding. You know what I mean? That's your interpretation. You know what I mean?
Ain't no private interpretation, man. Right?
Yeah.
Ain't no private interpretation. Look, it say what it say. It says what it says. We don't have to change anything because why? Matter of fact, get a precept, a quick one. Proverbs 30 and 5. Proverbs 30 and 5. What do we need to? What is there need to add or to diminish from the laws of God? Let's read this. Read.
Proverbs 30 and verse 5. Every word of Yahweh is pure.
Every word of God is pure. What do you need to add to it if it's already pure? What is pure? It means it's already perfected. It's completed. There's no need to take away or to add to the laws of God. There's no right. Right. So it says he is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So we have to trust in what Yahweh says and less what men say. Men gonna lie to you. Let's see what God says. Now go back to Deuteronomy. Hit 17 and verse 17. To break down this whole polygamy thing. Right? Because man can have multiple wives, man. You know, it's a lot of the white man gave you women power that you guys can be on that pedestal and overrule a man. Y'all could do what y'all want, say what y'all want, do what y'all want, have what y'all want, but a man can't have multiple wives. But Esau can tell you to marry a damn car or a damn school bus and have sex with a damn branch. But it's sad that a man can't have multiple wives. And that's
Right.
that's how the nation was even built upon, was polygyny. But you're telling me God allowed it at that time, at that date and time? Okay, so let's use their logic. So let's say God used it at that time that polygyny was okay. Well, guess what? Future prophecy says it's gonna happen again.
Exactly.
Right? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 17 and verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives unto himself.
Right. So a Christian will use this. So like a Christian will use this and say, or a simple Israelite will use this and say, see, you can't multiply wives. Right? Go ahead.
That his heart not turn not away.
That's the reason. That's the reason right there. Because you know Israel get cocky just like David. David get cocky. You're gonna turn away from the Lord. I can have all these women. Oh, forget God. I'm gonna just take all these women. They're gonna turn you away from the Lord, just like Solomon. Solomon had heathen women that turned his mind from following Yahweh, because he loved his women more than he loved God. After a while, he loved the Most High. Most High blessed him, but after a while, he said, "Damn, that Quaboth is so good." You know what I mean?
He started for his woman. You know what I mean? Going off.
Right. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
Right. So what is this talking about? Let's see the context. Go to verse 14.
Deuteronomy 17 and verse 14. When thou art come to the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right. We're not in the land that the Most High gave us. We're in the land of captivity. We're not in our land. We're not in Israel, in our homeland, living lavish lives. Right. Go ahead.
When thou art coming to the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein.
Right, come on.
And shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are round about me.
Right, so this is talking about a president, your leader, right? We need to have a leader, right? Israel don't have a leader.
Right.
So this right here is null and void.
Right.
This law right here, you don't have a leader. So what are you talking about? Right. We don't have our leader. First and foremost, our leader is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
But he ain't here right now.
That's right.
So what does this have to do with a man having multiple wives?
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with it. You got a point?
Yeah, we get a precept real quick. Hosea 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, without an image, and without an ephod, without a teraphim. Yep.
Man, that's a perfect cut.
God.
That's perfect. You know what I mean? Because look, Israel, stop the folly, man. Talking about we man can't have multiple wives. You don't want to listen. You know what it is? They've been westernized, but if you go to women have been westernized because the so-called white man has westernized our people, right? Even the men, you got weak men talking about I just want one woman. All right, look, okay, fine. You could be a one-woman man, but don't say it's a sin to have multiple.
Right, it's a preference.
Exactly. If you prefer to just be with one, that's your preference. That's your choosing.
But don't knock the other, brother.
Right. Don't be saying, oh, it's a sin. Dude, don't come on, man. So our forefathers was all in sin after the Most High said they were perfect? You can't say that. You know what I mean? That would be a contradiction. And who are we to believe? You or God? Right? Deuteronomy 21 and verse 15, Baba Kushal.
God. The 21?
That's right. 21 and 15.
Okay. Book of Deuteronomy 21 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And have two wives.
How many wives?
Two wives.
Okay. What it say?
One beloved and another hated.
So look, the context here is you have two wives. There's a law that deals with two wives.
Right.
Why would there be a law that tells you about two wives?
If it was unlawful.
Israel, stop the folly, man. The Most High's words is perfect. The laws of God are perfect.
Right.
But let's see what it's talking about. Go ahead, Ak.
If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children,
right?
So if they born him children, I mean he's sleeping with both of them, right?
No, he's adopting the kids, Ak.
All right, cool. And they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and the firstborn shall be heirs and the firstborn shall be hers that was hated. Then it shall be when he maketh his son. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, finish it off.
It shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. Mm-hmm.
See that? So it's simply just there's laws how to govern your wives and everything. And this is basically talking about if the woman that you don't like, that you hate but dislike the most, and one that you love the most, there's ways, but what it's saying is, what it's really ultimately saying is that if you slept with the first one, with the one that gave you your first wife, that have your first child, right? You can't ultimately say, well, I want to pick the one that I love more and give the inheritance to the child that was born that she gave unto me by the one I love more, other than the one I hated. Well, if she gave you a child, that's your firstborn child, the inheritance goes to the firstborn. That even if you hate that woman, you have to give that child the inheritance.
Right.
That's what the law is saying. And
Salakia, you can't do what the woman do today. They have a son and they be like, oh, they hate the kid because he look like his father, right?
Right.
Oh,
right.
My son, because he more light skinned, you know what I mean? He got nicer hair. And my first son, his daddy in prison, he got the little nappy hair, you feel me? So you treat him messed up and treat your other kid better, you know what I'm saying? That's unlawful. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't bestow your hatred for your wife or your husband and put it on the children. You understand? So that's what this is going into right here. You know what I'm saying? And we see that today in Israel. You know what I mean? Women have an issue with the kid because of how the daddy treated her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women put their kids to death. Oh, because no father here, or I hate the father, or he cheated, he with some other woman, and you want to punish the kid for that. You know what I'm saying?
Off, man.
That's the kid.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you want to do all this to the kid. You want to do all this to the kid. You putting the kid in the middle of your relationship when that's not even cool. You know what I mean?
Right. Let's just keep reading the verse 17 just to finish off the moral of this whole thing.
Verse 17. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn.
Right, because that's the firstborn. You better acknowledge him, even though you hate this woman. Hey, bro, you slept with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you were a kid, you better own up to what you did, brother. You know what I mean? Because simple Jake being in the hood, he pop a woman and want to leave. Nah, brother.
Right. She could look like one of the damn nutty professor, Vespucia, Rasputia. It don't matter, bro. Right. You got a baby with her, you got to take care of that young boy. You feel me? Or your daughter. It is what it is.
You better take nutty professor.
Right. You know what I mean? Because you know how Jake don't want to be seen with the ugly girl in the street, but at nighttime he be creeping in the back door at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Through the window. But in public, he don't want to be seen by her. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
you know how to deal with it.
Yeah, you know how Jake be saying, Jake be saying, "Hey man, Kobab is Kobab."
Hey, it is what it is. So it says by giving him a double portion of all that he have.
Mm-hmm.
So he is the beginning of his strength. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
The right of the firstborn is his.
That's right. That's your firstborn. You better give him the inheritance. That's the law. And to touch, you got something you want to
show? The legality of polygamy. All of the countries in the world that support polygamy, right?
Bring it out.
You got, I'm not gonna read all of them, but you clearly got all these countries right here that clearly support it, right? You could go down this. Also, my African countries, like they promote polygamy, and you have even in Afghanistan, you know how Ishmael he got more than one woman, right? We see that today.
You know how they get down now.
We don't see their women fighting over each other, talking about, oh, he's cheating and none of that nature.
Nope.
You can type in the word cheating, and you would not see that in the Bible, right?
It's not.
Just for example, let's type in the word cheating. See if people be cheating out here.
Bring it out. Where's it at?
I don't see it. Let's type in cheat.
Let's see.
It's not here, bro. Did Jacob cheat with Rebecca on Rachel and Leah? Did he cheat on them? No.
Nope.
They were dying to have babies by him, man. They were coming out there like, yo, bro, get me a baby right now, or else I'm gonna kill myself. Right? It was shame a woman in the Bible if they couldn't have kids. They were ready to die. They wanted children. No matter if the man already had a woman and they're single, they was gonna give up they were ready to be humbled for just to have a man child. You understand? So
that's beautiful. You know what's beautiful? When you read Isaiah 4:1, right? And you read it, I think it's the CEV or different. It says it's a shame for a woman to be unmarried. It's a shame because what is a woman to be married to have kids?
Right. And we see that in the book of Tobit.
Say it again.
And in the book of Tobit, when the woman had every time she was with a man, he died in the book of Tobit, Tobias's cousin, and she said, yo, she told her mother to take away this curse from her because she couldn't even get married. Everybody that she tried to tie the knot with, they end up dying, not knowing that she was betrothed to Tobias. Right?
That's right. Yep.
And she was like, yo, I need even the woman was clowning her like, yo, this woman right here is cursed. She can't even get a man child. She's cursed. And Tobias's cousin, she was ready to kill herself, bro, because she just couldn't get a husband. She couldn't get a kid. I'm nothing like that.
Hey, it's a shameful thing for a woman not to have a baby right now, man. It's a shame. It's like, damn, you married, you know, you're not even married. You don't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? You're like 50 years old, 41, 45, 70, you ain't have you're not married. You ain't got no kids.
Yeah.
You know,
the Israelite woman in the Bible wasn't saying no shit like, I don't need no man. I could do it by myself. They wasn't saying no shit like that. They were looking for men to produce babies, and they always wanted a man child. Why? To preserve seed, to keep the lineage going down. Because you have a daughter, she will be betrothed to somebody else. That seed get put into her. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna keep it going on. But if you have a boy child or a man child, you can still keep that seed, going down the line.
That's right.
So you want Isaiah 4 in the CSV?
Try it. Let me see. I haven't seen that in that. Get a what is it say?
Oh, it says in that day
on. We'll seize one man saying we will eat our own bread and provide our own corn. Just let us bear your name, take away our disgrace. Matter of fact, that's a good one, but it's a disgrace. See, get it in the read the ESV. Let's see the ESV. ESV is on the third one next to you, right there. ESV. Let's see what that says.
And
that's not that one. That's not it. There's one that's really powerful. Hit the NOT. See the NOT. See if that one's okay. Let's see what it say. Yeah, look at that. Look at this one. Look at this one. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, "Let us all marry you." This is many women, because 7 in Hebrew is complete. So this is a plethora of women are coming to one man and saying, "We all gonna marry you." And what is marriage? Sex. We gonna all marry this man right here. Right? Go ahead. It say, we turn it to the side. It say, "We will all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids." So you see what I'm saying? They want to produce children to be married. They want to be. It's a shameful thing. It's a disgrace to be unmarried you know what I'm saying? Well, not to be unmarried, but like to not, you know, to be of that age, and you know what I'm saying? Like you're not married to a righteous man. You're not producing children, because the first commandment in the Bible is what? Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
We ain't multiplying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna make a whole ecosystem, right? How you gonna make a whole community with one man and one woman? It won't work. It's not gonna work. You know what I mean? You got more, right? You want to show more? Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, this is just a plethora of just countries that support polygamy, man. Only this westernized American culture tell you that, you know, that you should be with one woman, but you know, damn what America says, you know.
That's right. That part. You know, a sister was saying, she said, America polygyny is illegal in America, so why would God? I'm like, sister, that's America. That's like saying the white man is God now.
Right.
Last time I checked, we're not supposed to be following what law in the Bible says the laws doesn't say. You can't find it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, then like I said earlier, we could marry a damn giraffe.
Right.
You know what I mean? We could be homosexuals.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got something? Oh yeah, this is a powerful one.
So this is dealing with can you explain what was going on here? Dealing with David.
Yeah. You want me to read it or you got it?
Yeah, I got it. This is 2 Samuel 12 and verse 8. And I gave thee
verse 7.
2 Samuel 12 and verse 7. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul.
Right.
And I gave thee thy master's house.
Come on.
And thy master's wives into thy bosom.
The Most High gave it to him. David didn't go chase these women. God gave it to him.
Plural, wives.
Is God wicked? This is God, Yahweh of Israel, gave David wives.
Yeah. Did David say, well, I don't support polygamy? You know, I'm monogamous. No, he didn't say that.
That would have been an right? That's that you hit the point though. You don't gotta finish reading the whole thing, but that's the point. The Most High gave him his wives.
Yeah.
He gave him the wives. Right?
Let me get this one right here.
Get what you're gonna get, and I got something for you too.
1 Samuel 25 and verse 40. Right? And I'm gonna start for context, right? Verse 39. And when David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, blessed be the Lord, right? That he pleased the cause of my reproach from the hand of Nabal, and have kept it from evil. But the Lord have returned to the wickedness of Nabal upon his own head, because Nabal was a covetous man. He didn't want to share none of his, brothers was in the wilderness, was in the bushes starving, right? Needed some help, right? Some aid. And he was like, who the hell is David? I'm not sending him no, you know what I'm saying? No care package, right? So David said, word, okay. He call who he sent me a kid. No, he didn't want to give him a care package. He want to help us, you know what I'm saying? And the most for that. Right?
Yep.
And the upon his own head. And David sent and communed with Abigail and took him to wife. He took Nabal's woman after he was dead. Give me your woman, nigga. Feel me? You don't need this no more, right? To wife.
Hey man, is that off? He didn't go off.
Let me get verse 40. Yeah. And when the servants of David were come to Abigail and Carmel, they spake unto her, saying, David sent us unto thee to take thee to him to wife. So David sent his messengers to go tell her, yeah, I'm ready to take you to be my wife, right? And she arose and bowed herself on her face of the earth and said, behold, let thy handmaid be a servant to wash the feet of the servants of my Lord. So this woman was like, yo, let's go. I'm with it. You feel me? And even though y'all his soldiers, you know what? Let me wash all y'all feet, right? That's a humble woman right there, right? She didn't fight. Right. She didn't argue. She didn't say how much Instagram followers David got, right? How many followers he got on Instagram? she was she was ready to be taken care of, right? So, and it says that Abigail hasted. What? Hasted. She got her ass up quickly. You see that?
That's right.
Excessive speed or urgency of movement or action to hurry. You see that? She wasn't playing. She ain't said, "Let me do my makeup real quick. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me do something." No, she said, "All right, let's go. We out." And arose and rode upon an ass, and 5 damsels of her that went after her. And she went after the messengers of David and became his wife. She slept with her, right?
You take
There's
a
more.
wife with them.
David also took who? A Hanonim, a Henoam, right? Of Jezreel. And they also, both of them, his wife. So he had 2 wives right there.
He slept with them. Now, hey, now watch this. Go to Tobit 7 and 12.
You got it. You found it, huh?
Go to Tobit 7. Because I seen a sister post this up too. You need this for your marriage to prove that it was a real marriage. I'm like, is that in the law? Go ahead and hit that.
Raguel said, "Then take her from henceforth according to the manner, for thou art her cousin, and she is dying."
Yeah, I'm thinking this is the no. Go. Yeah, read that. It's like read it. You're right.
Verse 12?
Yeah, verse 12. You're right.
Yeah, Raguel said, "Then take her from henceforth according to the manner, for thou art her cousin, and she is thine. And the merciful God give you success in all things."
Read on.
Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came after her father.
Right.
And he took her by the hand and gave her to be his wife to Tobias, saying, "Behold."
So this is talking about this is a marriage ceremony. This is it's a wedding. This is a wedding. That's going as a wedding. Go ahead.
Right, saying, "Behold, take her after the law of Moses, and lead her away to thy father," and he blessed them.
So what does it mean to take out of the law of Moses? How do you get a wife? You do what? You sleep with her.
Right.
That's what you do. They got the little marriage, they did a little thing, they went down, they walked down the aisle.
It was like married party for like 14 days, 2 weeks, some shit like that. It was like a long time they had a party for.
Yeah. They was partying all freaking day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, take my daughter after the law of Moses. He didn't say you're now husband and wife. He said, go take her go do what you got to do with the law of Moses. Put in that little tent. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do the do. And
consummate the marriage.
That's and now when you look at the word marriage, is what when you consummate a marriage is what you got to have 2 souls come together, which is sex.
Sex. Yeah.
You need to have sex to
token virginity and all of that.
Right. Read verse 14, Baba Kasha.
Verse 14, and called Edna his wife, and took paper and did write an instrument of covenants and sealed it.
Right. It doesn't say he wrote a marriage certificate. It said he wrote covenants. He wrote an instrument of covenants and sealed it. Now let me see what it say in the GNT. Let's see what it says in the GNT. Oh, well, you got the other translations right there, right? You can change it.
Yeah, I can. What was it? Tobit. This is Tobit 7. What verse was that?
That was matter of fact, I got it, King. I got in the GNT. Let me see what it say right here. 7 and verse 14. It says, it says Raguel asked his wife to bring him a blank scroll so that he could write out the marriage contract. Edna brought him the scroll, and Raguel wrote out the agreement, saying that Sarah was given to Tobias according to the teachings in the law of Moses. After the ceremony, they began the meal. So what is it really saying? Simple. Look, this is just a little covenant that she was taken after the law of Moses. What is the law of Moses? To take a wife, you have to have sex. So they had sex. They wrote a little marriage certificate and say, hey, look, they're married. But is this written in the law? It's just a custom. It's not a law. You can look. If you want to follow after that, that's totally up to you. If you want to go with the white man wedding and do the, sign the little certificate, sign those papers and documents and all of that documentations, you can do that. It's not a sin. That's fine. You can go get married after the state of law. But what is marriage in the eyes of God? Sex. That's what you do. Okay, that's simple as that. You don't have to go and get a marriage certificate and say, hey, look, we're married. A piece of paper does not determine you're married.
Exactly.
When you strip them clothes off and you put that rod into that garden, you're married. That's plain and simple. You're married. Right? You got some?
Yeah, 2 Samuel 3 and verse 14. This is after David has taken his 2 wives, right? One from the brother that died, and then he took another wife right after that, right?
Come on.
2 Samuel 3 and verse 14. And David sent messengers unto Ishbosheth, Saul's son, saying, deliver me my wife Michal, which I espoused to me for 100 foreskins of the Philistines. Because remember, go ahead.
Salaki, go ahead. I was gonna say something, but go ahead, Salaki.
No, because remember, Saul gave David an impossible mission. What he thought was impossible, but David is damn Tom Cruise out here. He Mission Impossible, right? He went out there, got those damn foreskins that was recommended, and he gave him his daughter, right? But further down the line, they gave David's wife to another man. So after David took his 2 wives, he said, yo, go get my wife Michal. Remember her? That I cut them Philistines foreskins off, 100 of them? Mm-hmm. That I actually work hard for, go get her back to me. You know what I'm saying? That's so right. There you go. He have another wife right now. And it says verse 15. That's and right. Ishbosheth sent and took her from her took her from her husband, even from Phaletiel, the son of Lesh. And her husband went with her along weeping. So this nigga was behind her crying, like, don't leave me, baby, don't leave me, baby. Sorry, this is originally David's wife.
That's right. Right.
He put the work in for her. And her husband. And her husband with her along, yep, weeping behind her to Baharim. Then said Abner unto him, go return, and he returned. Like, yo, get out of here, bro. Like, took his woman, son. Like, that's crazy. So David had a polygamous relationship.
Technically, that's still David's wife. Technically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it says he was which he was espoused. Espoused meaning they were engaged, meaning they were betrothed. So he's like, yo, that's still my rib. Y'all don't know who the hell is this nigga, but right. That's work hard for her. That's my woman.
Let me hit this last one, and then you can go and do your thing, man. Just to hop on a point that David was not wicked for doing that. This is the book of Acts, right? New Testament for you Christians, right? Acts 13 and verse 22. And when he had removed him, he said unto them, David to be their king. He raised unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which will fulfill all my will. So even though David had a polygamous relationship, that was not the end all be all. It was about him doing the Most High's will, right? Being fruitful and multiply, right? Rendering judgment on the heathens, doing things that the Most High said to do. He would do it. Even though David committed adultery, but he was forgiven, right? He got the sure mercies of the Most High, right? Even though the punishment fell on his children, right? Mm-hmm. He had a dead baby, dead grandson, right? His son raped his own sister, right?
Right.
It was all kind of madness going on. But right. David was a man after God's own heart, man. So God did not care about him having polygamy. And what scripture about the Most High saying that if you want a more woman, I would have gave him to you?
We already read it already. I think we gave it. Yeah, we did. The Samuel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. So
wait, was it that one? No, it wasn't that one.
We didn't read that yet.
Nah, we didn't get that. What verse was that again? Almost forgot the verse on that one. If I would, if I would have given you more.
Yeah, I think it's 2 Samuel 12 and 8.
I think we did read it then. So if it's 2 Samuel 12 and 8, we did read it.
Yeah, no, that's not it then. We're gonna get it as we go along.
Yeah, it'll come up in the spirit. But Exodus 21 and 10. Let's go back into the law. Exodus 21 and 10. You got a few more. I'm gonna hit Yahweh Shai as well, saying in the New Testament as well. And then I got one in Esdras. And if you got something to say, I'm gonna give 3 more. Because I made my point. You know what I'm saying? I already made my point. You could have more than one wife. All right. You got Lamech in Genesis chapter 4, verse 19. Lamech, he had 2 wives.
Yeah,
Gideon, he had many wives.
Yeah.
All right. Solomon, 1,000 wives.
We ain't hit that yet either. 1 Kings 11:1.
Yeah, right. First Kings. We didn't even hit that. Hit that. You know
so much. Man. Christians' head are going to be spinning with all these scriptures that we got on polygamy. It's crazy.
There's too many. I mean, it blows my mind that there's that many verses in the Bible that talk about polygyny.
Facts. It
blows your mind. Sometimes it don't even have to say. It's not gonna say it, but you look at it and be like, well, if he slept with her and her and her and they all belong to him, then what's that?
Yeah.
Polygyny.
Yeah. There was no cheaters in the Bible. Nobody was cheating in the Bible.
Hey, look,
right?
I'm gonna be blunt. Watch this. Men can't cheat.
Yeah, the black man don't cheat. I'm agreeing with that.
We don't cheat.
Yeah, Israel don't cheat.
Right. Women need to understand that. Your man is not a cheater. That's his other woman. That's his other wife. He's dealing with her, dealing with you. He might be creeping on the low. Why? Because I'm gonna be blunt with you. A lot of women, y'all can't handle the truth. Why? Because y'all were made with emotion. Y'all can't handle it. So yeah, when y'all hear it, like, oh, you start crying and start throwing things like when you want to kill the nigga, you want to ridicule, put him on child support, all this other bullshit that happens. But literally, that's his other woman.
Yeah.
He got a whole responsibility where he got a kid with her and all that. That's his other wife. He didn't tell you because, but the white man, got your woman fucked up in the head, talking about, oh, you're cheating on me. No, he ain't cheating, woman. That's his other woman. That's all it is.
Now a Jake might commit adultery, right?
Right.
But that's against the law. But if he's with a woman that's adultery, that's not against the law. You feel me?
Right. Exactly. Polygyny is not adultery. All right.
And the woman never talk about her being adult. Because if a guy's adultery with another woman, right? She got another man.
Right.
People don't talk about the woman being an adulteress. It's always about the man being an adulterer, but never about the woman being an adulteress as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
the woman feel like they can sleep with whoever they want to, right? This feminist movement and everything is okay. But we got to sleep to you. That's not going to happen.
Right, Salaki, because a lot they got this hate agenda towards the black and Hispanic man. That's why.
Right.
Even Pharaoh said we gotta eliminate these niggas, man. We gotta eliminate the men and take the women. Shoot, Edomites doing the same thing. Esau looking at women like, what's that verse that say? How can we take away this nation? Look what type of women they make. Women are beautiful.
Right.
We got the most beautiful women in the entire earth.
In the entire earth, right?
Got the most beautiful women. You don't ever hear, man, those Asians, they got some nice women over there, bro. Right?
Yeah, no.
You don't hear, look at them Elamites. Oh, they look good. Look at them Ethiopians. You never hear that shit, man. You're gonna hear, look at them Israelites. Those women, oh my God, your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's hit this last point right here. We didn't hit this last point, right? And when it said 2 Samuel 12 and verse 8, and I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had be too little, if that's not enough for you, David, I would have given you more what? I moreover have given unto thee such and such things. So he said I would have gave you more women if that wasn't enough, bro.
Damn.
In this subject. See what the NLT says.
I was about to get the GNT.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm about to. I gave you your master's house and his wives and the kingdom of Israel and Judah. And if that had not been enough, I would have given you much, much more.
Oof. Watch this. In the GNT, it says, I gave you his kingdom and his wife. I made you king over Israel and Judah. If this had not been enough, I would have given you twice as much.
So the Most High was supporting him with polygamy, giving him all the women that you wanted. Whatever you want, man. So how was that against the law? When we do it, it's a problem. I get it. We're not in our homeland. You know, it's hard to afford, 1,000 wives, right? Understandable. But you can't tell a brother he's in sin for him having 2 or 3 women, right? You can't do that because it's all throughout the Bible, right? If it wasn't for polygamy, we would have a no nation of Israel. We wouldn't be 12 tribes right now if it wasn't no polygamy.
That part.
If Jacob said, I only want one woman, he worked 7 years for the other woman, for the woman that he wanted. Right? It's like Shorty, but he really liked Rachel. He loved her. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
yep. No, go ahead. You okay,
he just worked extra for what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So
Salakia too, because I'm almost sneeze. Salakia. They say when a man takes all these women, is he able to provide for them? Meaning, like, is it 50-50, 100, 150, 50 with 100? You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna read Exodus 21 and verse. We get 10, 21 and 10, and then I'm gonna basically break it down. Go ahead.
Khan, Exodus 21 and verse 10. If he take him another wife,
another woman,
the word another, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
So she, the same food, you know what I'm saying? If you're feeding your first wife, make sure you're feeding your second wife, or your third, or your fourth, or your fifth, right? Her raiment, right? Her clothing, the things that she needs, right? And then her duty of marriage is what? Hey, you gotta have sex. That's the duty of marriage.
Yeah.
That might have to have sex. Intercourse it's a must in a relationship, because that sparks the relationship, man. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you guys are fighting and you guys are rashing out, sometimes that makeup sex, hey, I'm being blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes that angry sex, that makeup sex, sometimes it's just like, it releases all of that. It's like, all right, I got to release. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Salakia. Now we humble. We good. I apologize and all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. So they call makeup sex.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being blunt, Israel. So don't stone me for this. You know what I mean? But they talk about women. When a woman gets with a man, now she don't got to pay all the bills and everything. Listen, if a woman ever tells me that, I'm blocking you straight up. You got to pay all my bills. I'm blocking you. The hell, I'm paying all your bills, quote unquote. You women are quote unquote independent women. So what happened to the independency? Now you're dependent on me to pay all your bills. Now what happened?
Yeah, right.
Well, broke working. I gotta do a 9 to 5. I gotta go to do camp. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. And you working you doing all this other stuff. That's cool, but I gotta pay your bills.
Yeah.
When the law, the law doesn't say that. Now the man is the leader. He can govern it. He can say, well, let's do 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you pay this time and I'll pay the next time. You have to work it. Ain't no, well, he pays for everything. Whoa, sister. Wait a minute. The hell you mean I gotta pay for everything?
Right. Yeah.
I'm one man over here. You know what I mean? You got something?
And then she leave your ass and now you gotta pay spousal support. Like look at Dr. Dre. He gotta pay his woman like damn near $500 million for spousal. It's like, damn, bro, like, and that's part of being that westernized culture, you know what I mean? Being subject to the woman. Leave your ass. Now you gotta give up all your riches.
You seen how Dr. Dre looking out? He looking stressed out.
I would be stressed too. Oh my you gotta pay her to live now.
I feel for that brother, man. He look like he just like, yo, I want to feel this, bro.
This woman off finessing these niggas. But check this out. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 3. The husband shall fulfill his wife's sexual needs, and the wife shall fulfill her husband's needs. So she got to give it up when he needed it. The wife gives authority over her body to her husband.
That's right.
And the husband gives authority over his body unto his wife. What it says in verse 5, do not deprive each other of sexual relations.
That's right.
Hold on, a minute ago, it just says, Paul says it was good for a man not to touch a woman, right? And but because they were dealing with sexual immorality, right? They didn't know how to control their members, right? They were going after niggas, they father's woman, their aunties, right? They were doing all kind of sexual immorality, right? It says, do not deprive each other of sexual relations unless you both agree to refrain from sexual intimacy for a limited time so you can give yourselves over completely to what? To prayer. Afterward, you should come together, come back and have sex again, right? Again, so that Satan will not be able to tempt you because of your lack of self-control.
That self-control, Israel. Hey, man, look, it's some people, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I give major props to eunuchs, man. They don't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not talking about the ones that's castrated. I'm talking about you could be a eunuch when you could still have your members and be a eunuch. For the kingdom, meaning I'm gonna abstain from sexual intercourse. That's powerful, huh? That's
them damn nuns thing they are. Them damn Edomite nuns thing that they gonna get into the kingdom being a it's not gonna happen.
Right.
You're gonna be a damn slave. You're gonna be a virgin slave, nun.
Go out, go. Come on, hold the dog, man. Hold the block here. Hold the dog, man. I don't want the dog coming in here.
Yep.
The hell?
I got judges for you 8 and 30 right here. If you want to touch on that.
Yo, hold the dog, man. Don't put the dog in here. Hold the dog. So, Salaki, get ahead, all right?
Nah, I said I got judges 8 and 30 for you if you want to touch on that. About Gideon having damn near all the women.
Yeah. I want to get Proverbs 31 and then I want to show that, but you don't have to expound on. I mean, matter of fact, don't read it. Go ahead. You can read it. Go ahead. You can read it.
Let me just hit just over us.
Just back and then go forward again. Yeah. Hit Gideon. Go ahead.
It's Judges 8 and 30, and Gideon had 70 sons of his body begotten, for he had many wives.
So he had 70, but 60, right? 60. 60 kids, I think it is. 70.
And Gideon had 70 sons.
7, that's right. Yeah, 7, that's right.
On to him, for he had many wives. Many wives.
You're telling
he
me
also had what?
70 kids?
He also had a concubine of Shechem, who gave birth to a son whose name was Abimelech.
There you go.
So, miss me with the whole monogamous. Miss me with that, bro. The people of the Bible, though, the powerful men were all polygamous. And they were so powerful that women even dared to challenge him and say no. You know what I'm saying? They flocked to men, yo. Like, look at Song of Solomon. That whole book, woman was dying over him.
Oh, bring that up.
We didn't get into it, but they were dying over him.
What I think one in the GNT, I don't know the verse. Now, I don't want to be misquoted, but they were saying, I think the Shulamite said, no wonder why these women love you. You make love so good. I was like,
She was saying, all the women in the streets, they loved them, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Flocking to that.
That Song of Solomon, they was getting dirty, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you like, whoa, wait a minute, this is some nasty stuff in here going on. It was getting freaky, man.
Yeah. I didn't see oral sex in there, all type of stuff, man. You'd be surprised.
Hey, they was doing. Listen, the bed is undefiled when you. Hey, listen, between a man and a wife, hey,
it's a lot. It's a lot of some sucking and all of that going on. A lot of titty sucking. It's going down in there.
Hey, that's y'all business. You know what I mean?
I didn't see a woman there being angry and upset. One woman, and that was not. It was no feminist in the Bible, right? It was no feminist woman who was trying to control men from being men. You know what I'm saying?
Bring that.
That would not, man. So America is going to be destroyed, and if you sisters don't get out of that mindset, even you brothers as well, right? I don't know what to tell you, man. Like I said, it's a preference, but we're not incentive you have multiple wives.
Oh, matter of fact, you know what? You just said something. I'm gonna hit. Let's hit that afterwards. Let's get Proverbs. Go back to Proverbs. Go to Proverbs 30.
I'm in Proverbs right now. You see it?
Con. Read verse 3 first.
Proverbs 31 and verse 3 in the NLT. Do not waste your strength on a woman, on those who ruin kings.
Yeah, don't waste your strength on women, man. Right? Don't give your strength to these women. Right? The women don't run you. They're gonna destroy you.
Right.
Right? You a man. Gird up your loins like a man. Ain't no where won't put on a dress like a woman. You're supposed to be a man, bro. Women are supposed to follow you. In the ancient times, women they looked for you. You ain't looking for no woman. You know what I mean? You're too busy doing the Lord's work. You're doing
Right.
doing what you got to do. You being a man. Women look at you. Oh, look at this man. He working. He doing. He looking good. You know what I'm saying? They talking. You know what I'm saying? They you know how sisters be with they with the other sisters. They're like, hey girl, you see that man over there? Like, oh yeah, he looking good.
Yeah. They be talking in the little saloon. They be pillow talking in there.
Right. They getting their hair done.
Gonna take hold of one man. It don't say that.
Right.
It says 7 women take hold of one man, not vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Get verse 10. Read verse 10.
Verse 10, Proverbs 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious.
Virtuous and capable. Go ahead. Read it again.
Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies.
She's more precious than the rubies, man. And rubies that's some
yeah.
That's red right there, man. You know what I mean?
The last time you saw a ruby. When the last time you saw a ruby?
I haven't seen a ruby ever since I played the game Sonic.
So you ain't then definitely haven't.
Hey man, I don't know. But read verse 16.
Verse 16. She goes to inspect a field and buys it. With her earrings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker.
Salakia, read that one more time, verse 16.
She goes to inspect a field and buys it.
Wait, so that means that, hold on. If I'm paying all your bills, how the hell you buying the field?
Right. With the earnings, she plant earrings. She plant a vineyard.
So with her earnings, not my money, it ain't my money. You working. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying for everything you got. What are you doing? Yeah. What are you bringing for me? You will help me. You ain't no just some woman I'm having sex with.
Yeah.
If a man want a woman to bang, he'll get a concubine and bang her all day.
All day.
You a what?
And she ain't get that OnlyFans either.
Bring that up. You know what I mean? Right. Exactly.
Or scamming PPP loans or scamming. She ain't get her money from that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? TD Bank and Chase.
Do that. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker.
She's a hard worker, man.
Twerking on IG is not working hard.
Bring that up.
Having a OnlyFans account is not a hard worker.
Right.
And women might get offended by that. I'm talking about, it's not hard work. Mm-hmm. Right? Anybody can get naked and just show their body for money. That's a damn profit. That's a whore. There's no working hard in that. Can you cook? Right. Can you clean? Can you plant a vineyard? What if a famine hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you grow crops and get us some tomatoes and some damn cucumbers and some fresh vegetables?
Right.
No, she can't. A famine hit, the woman are finished.
Bring it up. That's right.
She are profitable. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Her lamp burns late into the night, man. She on fire all night for that thing. You heard?
That's right. So get 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 33 and read. I don't know, maybe in the NLT or the GNT. No, read in the KJV. Read KJV is fine.
You said 16 and verse
16 and verse 33 and verse 33 and 34.
The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
Stop right there, right? So it says the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. In the GNT, it says this. Watch this. Watch this, Israel. Watch this. Show you something real quick. Because a lot of people would see virgin and say it's an untouched woman, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see. Watch this, King. This is some crazy stuff right here. So it says, in the GNT, it says, young women, right? A virgin is just a young woman. That's all it is. A virgin is a young woman, right? Young women will be in mourning because there is no one to marry them. That's what it's saying. What is a bridegroom? Someone who's going to get married.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? You got what you got pulled up over here.
Now I'm looking further in the GNT, but I can't find it.
Don't worry, it's all good. Israel got ears to listen. You know? So read that one more time.
Salakia 16, verse 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
Mm-hmm.
The woman shall mourn, having no husbands.
Come on.
Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
Right? Now watch this. In the GNT, it says, young women will be in mourning because there is no one to marry them. Wives will be in mourning because they have lost their husbands. Daughters will be in mourning because there is no one to help them. Read verse 34.
In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Their husbands shall perish of famine.
See that? Now watch this. In the GNT, all the young men will be killed in the war, and all the married men will die in the famine. So watch this. This is why polygyny must happen, because this prophecy hasn't occurred yet. This is when martial law and when the FEMA camps in the world and the wars is already erupted. So what the hell are you doing when you don't have no man? You're gonna go to a man because what? A man is gonna be a what? Get that in Isaiah, Baba Kushar. I think it's Isaiah 30. What is it? 32. A man is gonna be more fine and precious than gold, or a man gonna be a high place in that day. There's two of them. I know that there's two of them. Let me see if I find it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can paraphrase it, but I gotta find exactly where it's at.
Yeah, I want to get that exact.
Isaiah 13 and 12.
Yeah, get that. Yep.
Isaiah 13 and verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. That's not it, right? Even a man that have golden wedge of Ophir.
Oh, that's right. A man is gonna be more precious than fine gold. So you women gotta understand, prize. The man is the prize, man.
Right.
That's the prize. You're not the prize, believe it or not. Yeah, I know it sounds harsh, but that's what it is. You women are not the prize. You women don't give life. Men give the life.
That's right.
Men have the sperm. Sperm is what gives life. You put it in a woman, the woman nurtures it, and boom, pops out. There's the life right there. But remember, we can't have one without the other, right? Man needs a woman, and a woman needs a man. They have the opposites attract. That's what it is. But the man is the one that ultimately is the one that has the life, and he gives it. So when they say life starts in the womb, no, life starts with a man.
Yeah.
There's another.
Put all the LGBT on a planet by themselves, they're gonna die within like 50 years.
That's right. I'm trying to find the one where it says a man gonna be a hiding place. Oh, here it is. Get Isaiah 32 and 2. I know I was right. Isaiah.
Yeah. It's right here too, right? It's the second chapter. Second verse.
Bring it up.
Isaiah 32 and verse 2. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind.
Right. What's that wind? That's that's you know what I'm saying? This is when martial law is coming, man. When all hell breaking loose, women are gonna be like, where the men at? Where they at? Where's the not just any man, where are the righteous men? Where are those crazy niggas in the corner?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where they at? The men with the Bibles. The man that was calling on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? The man that was praising Yahweh. The man that was saying have faith in Yahushai. The man that was giving precepts out. Where those men at? We need those men. Forget these dumb niggas. These niggas is dead. And this is gonna happen, man. Go ahead and read.
A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest.
Come on.
As rivers of water in a dry place.
The
shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
You see how beautiful that the Most High said that? You listen, you women are gonna have to get a man one day. A righteous man to be exact, because there's a lot of hell that's about to come forth upon this earth, man. And you better get ready. It's about to get crazy out here, man. So polygyny is not a sin. It's going to happen one way or another. Let's end it with this. Yahweh Shai said it. Matthew 25.
I was on it too.
Unless you got more precepts, bring
Nah, it's too much. And we hit him with the 1-2 knockout. The Christian is finished. They're done. Now we're gonna get worse price now, right?
I didn't even bring out what I didn't even get the half of it yet. It's more.
Half, bro.
It's a lot more. You know what I mean? I got way more. It's like I know, brother, right here, the officer. No, I got way more. I'm locked and loaded.
Trust me, it's like it's too much, man.
A lot. All right, go ahead and bring it up. Like, let's end it with the Yahweh Shai saying it.
This is Matthew 25 and verse 1, the parable of the 10 virgins.
Bring it up.
Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet their bridegroom.
Mm-hmm.
So who the bridegroom is, right? And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
Mm-hmm.
They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye to meet him.
Right. So then, go ahead, Salaki, go ahead. That was it on that, right?
No, it's then all the virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. They wasn't prepared, right?
Right, it wasn't ready.
But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
So the point is, the most, even in GNT it says, at that time the kingdom of heaven will be like this. Once there were 10 young women who took their oil lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. So this talking about women, all right? Why would Yahweh Shai compare the kingdom of heaven unto 10 women? That's polygyny. That's polygyny. He's comparing. He said these women, 10 of them, are gonna go meet one man and marry him.
Yeah, to meet the bridegroom.
So the whole monogamy is, listen, you want to practice monogamy, by all means.
Right. We don't condemn y'all. Why y'all condemning us?
Right. We're not gonna condemn monogamy. Because look, brothers want to do monogamy. I know brothers personally that are only for monogamy. Hey, brother, all power to you.
Still my brother at the end of the day.
All power to you, brother. I'm not going to bash you. The most high for polygyny and monogamy. That's fine.
Salak. But I want him to say that when, Lord willing, he get his glorified body and they go to the kingdom. Let me see if you're going to be monogamous in the kingdom.
Hey, bring that up.
When the women get their glory back, they get their nice full hair back and they get their glory, their bodies are right, you feel me? They shine, they glowing. Let me see if you're going to be polygamous now. I mean monogamous now.
It's going to be a lot of beautiful women in the kingdom, Mark.
I'm going to be like, yo, bro, remember you said you was monogamous in the world? Like, hey, he going to like, you polygamous now, ain't you? Brother looking like, yeah, man, you know?
You're in paradise now, brother.
Yeah, because the woman in the kingdom, they ain't going to look like the woman today, right? They're going to have nice, glorious hair. They're going to be shining. You know what I mean?
And they
ain't gonna have no bellies down to their kneecaps and none of that shit.
Right, their boobs all sagging down and everything.
They're gonna be nice and healthy and strong as a woman of the ancient days. You know what I'm saying? And brothers ain't gonna be able to resist that. You know, brothers like a little nice hair eye. You feel me? So once they see that, ain't gonna be no damn polygamy, no damn monogamous.
That's right. Cause see that
to appease the woman.
Yeah, that's right. So listen, Israel, stop giving your strength into these women, man. All right, Most High, he's for polygyny. Polygyny is a beautiful thing. America is the one who forced monogamy on down our throats, man. All right. So, and another thing, you know, if polygyny was so wrong, why these other nations are doing it then? Right, everybody else is doing it except for the so-called Black, Hispanic, and natives. They told us that
and they have no problem with it. There ain't nothing going on. Everybody is living in harmony in these other nations. We just Wikipedia it. There's a whole bunch of different countries, and nobody is tripping over there.
Everybody's doing their thing, man. Everybody making babies. That's why you see we was down in Atlanta, and we spent a month. No, I'm sorry, we went to Memphis. Actually, I went to Atlanta first, then Memphis. Saw a bunch of Muslim families, and we're like, hold up, y'all all belong to this man right here. Nobody was fighting. Nobody. It was all in order. You know what I'm saying? They was dressed down, garment. I was like, wow, this is. But why can't we do that? You know what I mean?
Mindset, bro, of our people, man, destroyed.
Yo,
Destroyed
brother,
knowledge, man. We forgot who we were.
it was a beautiful sight. You had to see it. I was like, wow, y'all all married to him? Like, yeah, like, what?
Yeah, some old dusty sandals, motherfucker. Like, bro, you know,
Right, some ugly ass nigga. And I'm like, y'all married to ass nigga right here? Oh hell
like
nah.
he ain't showered in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Right.
hey,
Smell like old ass curry goat. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. You know what I mean?
and
It's
while we got
crazy.
the Latino women trying to fight us every day, you know what I'm saying? It's like cursed, man. We under these curses for real, man.
And you know, one thing to build up our hoods, as they like to call it, the ghetto, polygyny must happen, because that right there, it builds families, it builds structures. Instead of having this baby mama drama and blah, 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 and fighting, yo, if y'all women just came together, y'all would build a big family together.
Yeah.
Look, put your differences aside, work together, build the family, and show these other nations we better than you.
That's a fact. That's Deuteronomy 4:6.
Better.
Wise and understanding. We ain't got to fight. When I was in Atlanta for War Angel Weekend, we met these sisters, and she introduced us to a friend, but they both had the same baby daddy. So when she was like, "Oh, you know, I got a kid, and you know, our kid is the same father," so we look at her like, "Hold on, y'all both got the same baby," and they was chilling together like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just like, hold on. So I had to ask her again. Hold on. So your baby daddy is her baby daddy? And said, yeah, we got 2 kids by the same dude. And they was over there chilling in the little bar drinking and shit. I'm just like, in my mind, I started thinking about my people like the brother, I would say he's lucky, but he is lucky that he had that peace of mind when it comes to not having to fight or bicker. You know what I'm saying? They may have other issues, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that right there, they was chilling, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, it was just beautiful, man. I'm like, that brother right there, you know, and them sisters is, man, they doing a good job, not even like ripping each other fucking hair out, you know, over that situation, you know what I'm saying? Because they made the decision to lay down with him, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. Listen, y'all gotta just get right. All right.
Let's get right.
Your wickedness, right? Turn away from your wickedness, start keeping the laws of God, and stop diminishing stop diminishing from it, and stop adding to the laws of God.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Stop doing things that are contrary to the laws of the Most High God. All right.
Right.
Stop making God a liar and stop making him like he's so wicked, he's an evil God. No, man. Serve the Most High God with all your strength, man, all your mind, body, and soul, man. All right. Our families was doing polygyny since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, they was doing polygyny. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be rough.
Multiply, man.
It's gonna be rough, Israel, but
right.
you can pull through, because let's hit him with one last verse, Baba Kushah. Let's get Mark 10 and 27. Let's get this last one. Scripture, because the Christian church will say Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ. All things. So let's see. You know what I'm saying? If you can do all things, polygyny is one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You could do it too. You could do it. You can't. Oh, I can't do that. Oh no, I can do everything, but that I can't do that. Like, yes, you can.
Right.
Yes, you can. Right.
You said Mark 10 and 13.
27. Read verse 27.
No, verse 20.
Yeah, verse 27. Yeah.
Okay. This is Mark 10 and verse 27. And Yahweh looking upon them saith, with men it is impossible.
Come on.
But not with Yahweh.
Read.
For with Yahweh all things are possible.
Everything is possible when you keep the laws of Yahweh by Hashem. It's like when you keep the laws of Yahweh and you do so by Hashem Yahushai.
Right.
So all you can do them. You can be perfect, just like your forefathers were perfect. You can do it. All right? Stop saying it's impossible, Israel. Stop lying to yourself. You're making God a lie when you do that. Don't lie about these things. And you know what I'm saying? Put differences aside. Stop being jealous over other women. Because we didn't even hit that. That's another thing.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. Hell yeah.
We didn't even hit that one yet. With women, you know, the Most High God hates that when women are jealous over other women.
Yeah, why? You
want to bring it up? Just for the
what is it? Yeah, let's do it. I ain't got nothing but time on here.
It's Iraq 26. Sirach 20. No, hold on. Yeah, Sirach 26, start at verse 5. Read to verse 6.
Sirach 26 and verse 5.
Verse 5,
There
right.
there be three things that my heart feareth.
Right.
For the fourth I was so afraid. The slander of a city,
Right.
the gathering together of an unruly multitude,
Right.
the false accusation.
Right.
All these are worse than death.
That's worse than death, man. Come on.
But a grief of heart and sorrow
Mhm.
is a woman that is jealous over another woman,
Keep going.
and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all.
So stop being jealous over other women. There's no competition in Israel. We are the best in the world
Right.
that we're competing for. You're already the best.
Right.
You
Why
can
you
take
competing with each other
care
for?
she can do this, she can do that. Listen, y'all all unique in your own different ways. But guess what? We all love you, Israel. We love our women.
That's
all
right.
Stop being jealous, man. What are you jealous for?
That's right.
Simple as that, man. You got something to say, Salakia?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, you're 100% right, King. You know what I'm saying? While we jealous over each other, right?
Right.
You're better than the next woman. Women's not better than you. Y'all are all equal. We are better than the other nations.
Right.
But as amongst ourselves, it's nothing to fight over, man. It's nothing to be just deal with the lot that the Most High have bestowed upon you. You know what I'm saying? And the woman's role on this earth is to be fruitful and multiply, to give herself over to her husband, dedicate her life to him, and bring forth children, and you know what I'm saying? And just be a good wife. That's how you get into the kingdom. It says so you have to be a good wife to your husband, right? So it's like, stop ripping each other's damn yaki and weave out each other's head and start pulling up to the girl job. You want to fight her for this dude? Like, why?
Right. You stop hate your sister in your heart, man.
That's it. And you being jealous. Why? Because she may be a light-skinned bad one, and you might be dark-skinned. Or you might wear weave, and she might be Puerto Rican. She might have the long hair. You know what I'm saying? Now you jealous.
Hey, the white man, anyway, he made the light skin versus the dark skin type. That bullshit doctrine, man.
Yeah, that damn slave doctrine, man. They separate the light from the darker. But we all the same people, man. So when sisters be doing that, and they want to put contacts in their eye, they want to get the long glommy hair, because they want to look like somebody that men look for. You know, they want to get the big booty, the implants, and the BBL butt lift is like,
right.
And women are lying from doing that.
Right.
You want to compete with the other nations.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? But we under these curses, and we know that. So but when we get into the kingdom, Lord willing, our women, they will be definitely cleaving to these men. The men will be having polygamous relationships, and it says in the Bible that when we have children in the kingdom, we're gonna have so much kids they won't have enough space for us.
Right. Shit. Some of us gonna have to live in the land of Moab. Some of us gonna have to live
in enough space.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be too many of us. It's gonna be too many of us. So at the end of the day, right? Romans 11:26, all Israel gonna be saved, man.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, and you guys are gonna listen. It doesn't matter, man. We gotta be fruitful, multiply. Let's put our differences aside. Let's love one another. In truth and sincerity, and of course, in the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right,
we're gonna multiply on a big scale, man. If
That's
1/3 will be in the kingdom and the 2/3 are died off, you have to multiply on a mass scale to get the 2/3 back, to get all Israel, to get the sand of the sea back.
Right.
So we got a lot. There's gonna be a lot of sex going on, and a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids being born for us to get back to what we once were. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. So if your man want polygyny, just like in Genesis 3:16, the man rules over you. So if he want another woman, hey, let him get another woman.
Yeah. Now, if he starts to mistreat you and start to you know what I'm saying, throw you away, put you aside, and things of that nature,
he's off.
Or abuse you, then he's off.
That man is.
He got to treat you just like the other. You got to love his rib as his own self. You know what I'm saying? And in the kingdom, we're gonna be living for a long period of time. You're gonna be with one woman for a damn 1,000 years? Hell no.
No, bro.
You know how Vince today. Once you on the couch, that nigga on the couch. I'm tired of that nigga. He on the couch all day. So let alone you be with that man for 1,000 years. You know she gonna be like, yeah, this nigga, like, listen, I need to have some sister wives. We gotta, cause this nigga's getting on my damn nerves. It's gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
about shopping.
yeah, go shopping, go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But a woman, we gotta be each other for 1,000 years. We gonna have glorified bodies. You're not gonna sit with one woman for 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be happy on all aspects. And most I know what makes a man more happy is woman.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna have to be happy, right? I can't be the kingdom stressed out over no damn one woman. No, I gotta be happy.
Right, exactly. Be the pillar of rest. Don't be the pillar of salt.
Exactly. So, I don't know what Bible these Christians is reading, but they definitely off.
They like to go with also. Did we read Ephesians 5:31? Oh yeah, we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, so listen, man,
Mm-hmm.
The Most High is not against it. So if the Most High is not against it, why should you be against it?
Right. And he's not the author of confusion.
That's right.
People are fighting over one man. It's confusion.
Right, exactly. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Just listen. There's gonna come a time, sisters. You're gonna have to share your man.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just being blunt. You're gonna have to share your man, and it's a beautiful thing when you're in order, because polygyny puts women in order as well. Believe it or not, it's gonna put you in order. It's gonna make you feel like, well, damn, he treating her good, and I see how she loves on him, and how he treating her, and how he treating me. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like he actually loves both of us, like for real. He taking care of her and me. That's a lot of responsibility, and it's like, you know what? I think it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
The same thing with Jacob and his woman. She went outside in the vineyard like, yo, bro, I see how you loving on her. Like, listen, I need me a child. Like, you better come in here and get me pregnant today. Like, I'm not playing with you, yo. I was like, wow. Right. She was like, I see how you treating Rachel and all the other women, like, because they have a baby, but she couldn't have a child. And they were having all these kids. She was like, yo, what's going on here? And my curse, like, you better come in here and get it. I don't know what you're doing wrong, but you better do something right. You better come in and give me a baby. And that's how women was, man. They didn't care about who you were dealing with. They want to know that I need to have a man child. I want to have kids to bring forth life. That's my purpose on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it says the woman was made for the man, right? And in the scriptures, it says the man was not made for the woman. We're not here for you. You're here for us.
Right.
Eve was not made first. Adam was made first.
Right.
She's supposed to be a helpmeet. And Eve is the proto of all of our Israelite sisters today, right?
That's right.
So y'all gotta be helpmeets, man.
Right.
No, the woman was made for the man. You were here for me.
That's right. You're here to help us.
Right. Not to damn help me go to the grave. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And by you helping us, but when a woman submits to her man, watch how you get blessed
by
when
doing
you
that.
submit to your man. And you know what's even a bigger blessing? When you get a wife for your man.
Yeah. Yeah. You go to his face now,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The women probably heard it and be like, get him another wife? Well,
right.
Blessing from God.
You even see Jakes in Africa. He going to a wedding. He got 6 wives and they all pregnant at the same time. He walking through the aisle and I'm like, 1, 2, they're all pregnant. All of them got baby bumps. And I'm just like, oh shit, he's a man, huh? He out here. Nobody's fighting. They all look beautiful. They all in order. They all line up one behind each other right behind them. And I'm just like, look at that brother, man. He out here. I'm like, he in his kingdom right now. You feel me? He doing it.
That's right. Oh,
and in the wedding was just looking at him with that face like, wow. And I'm just like, yeah. So it's possible on earth right now, right? It's not impossible.
Right.
In the kingdom, it'll be more. Yeah.
Yahweh said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. We have the power to manifest heaven right here on earth. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like the Lord's Prayer. Heaven's going to be where? Right here on earth, man.
Right here on earth. Right. I will be done as it's done on earth, as it is in heaven.
That's right. You want to
a man to dwell on.
You want to close it out? Or you want me to?
Yeah, man. So I hope you brothers and sisters were edified through the Spirit. You know, we just love. This is a topic that people it's controversial, right? Because people don't, they want to believe what they want to believe, right? But we come out here in the spirit of the power of the Most High to just wake up you brothers and you sisters. And with that, I give our praises to the Most High and the Son who the anybody called Jesus Christ. And with that, I say Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.